You're a new CEO,
Yep.
a founder,
Yeah.
you're breaking new ground in
Yeah.
a field. What are some of the top things that you're learning that you'd love to pay forward to the next guy who is following in your footsteps?
So when we started, we're a technology company with data scientists, computational biologists. We're approaching the food system in a radically different way. We sort of saw that the status quo isn't quite working, so we tried a new approach. And I think when I first started, I got a lot of advice from people who were in the system about what we can do, about how fast we can go. Some of it was right, but a lot of it was dead wrong. A lot of it was wrong because there's sort of a fixed mindset, I think, when you're sort of in the system, for so many years, that it was folks who weren't in the food system who, when I reached out to advice, whether folks like Mark Benioff of Salesforce, who's become a great mentor to me, or some others, who I think helped to kind of free my mind a little bit. And then I've tried to get a little bit better about synthesizing that advice with people who actually are in the system and using it to sort of find my way. And then I think the second big thing that I've learned is, in the end, if you don't have ferociously talented and importantly tenacious people in the world of startup, it ain't happening, And we really look for that tenacity gene in addition to being really intelligent at Hampton Creek, and that helps us run a little bit faster.
When you want to run faster and you want to have people who are brilliantly tenacious be able to stick with that program and take the incredible pushback that they get from both the industry as well as maybe other peers.
Yeah.
What is it that you do to make it possible for them to have that kind of mojo?
Well, there's a quote I love: clarity dissolves resistance. And I think we really try to have a clarity of purpose. I don't hide my purpose from our investors, from our team members. We're doing this because we really want to be an impact machine at Hampton Creek. We want to look ahead to 3 or 4 decades and say the impact that we're having on this system: less water, less land, less crap that we put in our bodies. We want to have a profound impact. And we have a certain point of view about how you do that. You have a technology that looks at the world a little bit different. You wrap a beautiful story around it. We don't put out products unless they taste better and they're less expensive. Like, these are unchanging things. It doesn't matter, if the sun goes up or the sun goes down, or we have a bad day or we have a good day. Like, that is who we are. And I think and again, I'm learning like crazy every day. I think with each kind of passing day, I fall back to some of those central kind of tenets of who we are, repeat them over and over and over and over again to everyone, and it thankfully has begun to set in a little bit.
That's the mantra that everyone resonates with, and as long as they own that, they feel like they have permission to really create.
They do, and I think when we first started, I don't think that clarity was always there right in the beginning, and I think I've realized that if folks feel like the things they're working on each second, every minute of the day, are explicitly connected to that higher goal, that higher purpose, and they feel it, and they don't feel it in a BS way. They feel it in a profound, real way. They know the work that they're doing, second by second, is intimately connected to where we're going as a movement, as a company. They fly. And if they don't feel that, there's confusion, there's a disorientation. And I think we've gotten a little bit better about making sure they feel it.
It sounds like it's as much a cause as it is a company when you refer to it as a movement.
It is. I think one of the advantages that I'm beginning to see, you have not only young people, but folks that have a ton of experience that are looking for purpose, that are looking for meaning. There's a great book by a guy named Daniel Pink called Drive. And it talks about this hidden motivator that people don't always realize. It's not always another bonus check or more money. All those things are important, but there's a deeper meaning to things. And I think whether you're an elite computational biologist from Stanford, or whether you're the head of global ops, or whether you're our head of people who formerly ran people at Netflix, when you feel an intimate connection to something higher than yourself, it changes the brain a little bit. And you don't find yourself coming into work every day thinking, I'm coming into work every day. You find yourself coming in and saying that I am a part of something larger, and this is more than work. And that's a special kind of inflection when you can actually hit that.
That's missionary zeal, and that's really differentiated you among employees who want to come to work. And also, I would imagine it would affect your vendor relationships. You might think about those differently as well. I mean, when you think about Tata or others, is that a strategic relationship then? Is it a partnership of a different kind?
Without question. One of the big things that I've learned is, today we have customers ranging from Walmart, Costco, Tesco, Starbucks, Safeway, Whole Foods, Kroger, even places like the Dollar Tree. We're lucky enough to have lots of customers. Compass Group, the biggest food service company in the world. And we're our best when the word vendor is imploded. The word vendor doesn't exist. We're at our best when those folks see us as a strategic partner, a philosophical partner, as a partner that helps to shape their strategy, as a partner that helps them understand their customers and where their customers are going. We impenetrate. And that's when we're at our very best. And we've been able to find, to my surprise, openly, executives at some of the largest companies in the world that not only believe in what we're doing because we think it enhances their profitability and their growth, but believe in what we're doing because they're human beings that want to be a part of something larger. And that's an awesome thing. And I think I was a little bit cynical when I first started. Not to say that I'm not cynical now. You always gotta have that hat on maybe a little bit, but I think I've realized that there are legitimately good people in the biggest companies in the world who, if you figure out a way to make it a little bit easier for them to do who they already are, to be who they already are, to believe in the things that they already believe in, they'll do it. And they'll do it even faster than normal if there's a bit of a purpose behind it.
That purpose that you've seen, if you were to go back now and start to talk about the nature of the communities that you build around you, I imagine that's also a recruiting mechanism for customers as well.
Incredibly so. I mean, in fact, we do some maybe unexpected things as a company. The last 2 weeks, in the main section of the New York Times, we wrote an open letter to CEOs and an open letter to really the food system. And that's kind of strange. We didn't even talk about our products. We talked about what we stand for. We talked about the meaning behind what we're doing. We talked about how sometimes, closing your eyes and opening them and looking at the world differently can give you new paths to have an impact. We wrote a thank you letter to customers about the kind of impact that they're having. And I think that has been, even the last 2 weeks, has been an awesome trigger, not only for recruiting, but getting new customers on board because they think something else is going on here that's a little bit different, and they're right about that. And we're all human, we're not robots, we're human beings. And there's a natural, I think, inclination. I want to be a part of something larger than ourselves. And that's been a big part of, I think, of our early growth.